Okay, I'll be honest, I'm pretty fucking happy right now. I'm happy, nostalgic, pleasant, cozy, but also sad because of the current political landscape that we currently live in, or however you want to word it. And what better way to start Pride Month is by talking about this fucking tweet right here. Oh man, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to come up with new video ideas because of how long it's been since I've made a video. But when I saw this tweet, it was like a flashback. So it says at Mixtapian, you're liking of this fascism, referring to this tweet right here that I liked. Liking of fascism is a deplorable betrayal of your Ace Attorney High School fans, the people who supported you when you were starting out. All conservatives are complicit in the greatest atrocities in history. I mean, to some extent, I get it. Like, dude, I fucking get it, man. I hate it when you look back at YouTubers that you used to like, and then all of a sudden they become all fucking political and schizo and shit like that. Not that I'm super political or anything, because I try to stray away from that. I mean, I used to talk about politics a little bit, but political content is just cringe. I like how this tweet assumes I'm a conservative, like, oh yeah, I'm out here with my trad wife, and I'm a Christian with my traditional values, and yeah, like, dude, I'm just a 24-year-old degenerate who likes masturbating and making YouTube videos. It's not that deep. I mean, hypothetically, if I were to entertain my political ideology, as cringe as that sounds, I suppose I would be a moderate, right? Or something. I don't know. I'm just a 24-year-old. You get what I mean. But okay, I guess liking this tweet makes me a conservative, but I usually I would laugh at this Redditor type behavior, but based on my response, I couldn't feel hatred for this man at all because he mentioned my old Ace Attorney videos. The videos that I made before my ramble videos, before my raps, before my story time videos. Real OG Mixtapian fans know what Ace Attorney High School is, but for those who don't know, allow me to enlighten you. So, Ace Attorney is a video game about a lawyer. It's a visual novel where it has each episode, and each episode is it's like its own court case and investigation, and you have to get your client the not guilty verdict. It's a lawyer visual novel. That's basically all you need to know. And when I was around 15 or 16 years old, so this would have been in 2015, 2016, I would make fan fiction type content for Ace Attorney and its characters. But instead of the characters being in a courtroom setting, they would be in a high school, as the name implies. And I would make these videos in an episodic fashion, sort of like South Park, like it sort of had like that South Park kind of humor, which, I don't know why this person in particular considers me liking this tweet a betrayal of my old fans when I literally recall the characters in that show, Ace Attorney High School, use the word faggot. Now, of course, there is a difference between merely saying faggot and actually holding anti gay beliefs, which I wouldn't have a problem with either one. There's all sorts of people out there in the world, as Butters once said to his grandma, that are just out there, and not everyone is gonna hold the same opinions as you. As I said in my response, I don't care what hole you stick your dick in. Obligatory I have black friends meme, because I do happen to have friends who happen to be of homosexual descent, or I guess bisexual. Shout out to Jacked and my nigga Port. I wonder if me saying nigger as a non-black person is also a betrayal of my old fans. For my newer Mixtapian fans, you know how much I hate Redditors and woke people. I don't care about fucking if you're gay or not, or if you're a tranny. I'm not gonna respect your pronouns. And I think it's fucked up that a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them love shoving propaganda down kids' throats. And I don't think it's right at all. And and I'm sorry for ranting and raving about this subject when I'm meant to be talking about Ace Attorney High School, but I used to be one of those people that had the mindset of, hey, I think adults should be allowed to do whatever the hell they want to, even if it means chopping off their dick or whatever, right? But as time goes on, I've witnessed the results of giving those people that right, as authoritarian as that sounds. But at some point, you gotta be like, wow, maybe being tolerant, or at least too tolerant, might not be a good idea. Because you gotta stand up to people like this. Like, you can't let people walk all over you. You can be civil, but just don't let your tolerance turn into people demanding you to respect their pronouns. Because I think there's a huge difference between being gay and being woke. I think one just wants to mind their own business and the other just wants to shove their views down your throat. Like I said in my other video, I highly recommend you watch What is a Woman by Matt Walsh. I think most conservative YouTubers are pretty cringe and, well, most political YouTubers are, not just conservative. But my point is, it goes both ways. If you want to talk about the people complicit in atrocities, you need to call out the people on all sides, as whataboutism as that sounds, but I don't think they're going to do that because it seems as though they literally, okay, their account is pretty old, but it seems as though they've used this account for the sole purpose of tweeting at me. And like, I'm not throwing shade for this, but I just thought it was interesting. Like, just use your main, man. I don't care if you think lowly of me because of a tweet that I liked. Wow, people actually go out of their way to go through my liked tweets. That's fucking wild. I knew it was public, which I don't really give a shit about, but I didn't think people would check out my liked tweets. But I respect it. They probably randomly thought about Ace Attorney High School in their mind and decided to look up Mixtapian and see, hey, what's that guy who made Ace Attorney High School up to these days? And then they probably, got curious, scrolled through my Twitter, saw that I liked that meme, and got pissed off. But yeah, I am very surprised that people still remember my roots, because I totally forgot about this, but other people didn't, and it's flattering, humbling, even though that probably wasn't their intended effect. Like, oh, Ace Attorney High School. Man, what a throwback. I fucking love this guy. He reminded me of a very important time of my life. So anyway, Ace Attorney High School, it was essentially a fan fiction of Ace Attorney characters, but set in a high school setting. And instead of being civilized and all mature like you would expect lawyers to be, these motherfuckers were unhinged. They really were true to the stereotypical high schooler that has vulgar humor. But I was actually thinking about re-uploading all of those episodes on a different channel, because I have all episodes saved on my hard drive. I remember when... I sound like such an old man right now. I remember when I was first making this series and I was promoting it on Reddit, the Ace Attorney Reddit, and people fucking loved it, even though, looking back at it now, I still think it's funny, but a lot of the times you can really see my 15-year-old humor come out. You guys were enabling that. You shouldn't have enabled me, man. Fuck. And so, yeah, people really liked it. And I remember how I got my first 100 subs, okay? So I uploaded, I don't know if it was like the first episode or second episode, but I uploaded an episode, and then when I got back home from school later that day, I was greeted by 100 subs. So yeah, that's the story of how I got my first 100 subs. It wasn't through Ramble videos or raps, it was actually because of Ace Attorney High School, which I'm so grateful for that. Oh, I'm so dude, look at the fucking photo. He's got the fucking P&Gs in the high school cafeteria image, just like I did. That's literally what I did in the show. Granted, it was a different image, but still. Yeah, eat them pancakes. Everyone's eating pancakes. So look at Emma. Hey Emma, how you doing? Scientifically speaking, this pancake is delicious as fuck. Oh, hey Maggie. Hey Angel, how you doing? Hey. And of course we got the big three. Phoenix, the Trump-loving guy who loves saying fam. We got Apollo Justice, the pushover, and Miles Edgeworth, the Trump-hating, edgy, not stuck up, but edgy, sort of serious dude. That was sort of the caricatures that I had come up with for these three. Oh man, happy fag month, guys. This is actually the best fag month ever that I've actually enjoyed. But yeah, I will strongly consider re-uploading all of the old episodes for my old fans to enjoy. And in hindsight, I sort of wish I did that from the beginning, because growing up, I would watch a lot of YouTubers come and go, and like one example would be when RuneScape YouTubers made that transition to Minecraft. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but as a kid, I've always thought it was sort of weird. I can't really put my finger on why, but it just was just weird to me. Like, I just wish they just made a separate channel, one channel for RuneScape and one channel for Minecraft. And in hindsight, I wish I did that for Ace Attorney High School. Like, as soon as I transitioned to making Ramble videos, I think that's when I should have made a new channel. But, you know, I'm not too pressed about it, really. I'm quite happy with what kind of content I'm currently making now, but at the same time, I don't want to rewrite the past or act like my old fans don't exist. Kind of like what iDubbbz did. You see, that's sort of the difference between iDubbbz and Joji. I think Joji was able to transition to that from Filthy Frank so easily because at least he didn't antagonize his old fans, whereas with iDubbbz he sort of did. So I'm not sorry for holding the views that I do. I'm not sorry for liking that tweet. The only thing that I'm sorry for is not making Ace Attorney High School videos anymore. So, yeah, I think this guy's tweet is stupid. I think he is stupid, but I can't hate him at all, man. Like, I don't care who you are. The fact that you remembered Ace Attorney High School, but I didn't, for that reason alone, you're okay in my book, man. You just made my night. You just made my motherfucking night. But yeah, I know the Ace Attorney community, at least the Facebook page that I'm following, Ace Attorney letter posting, they seem to fit that sort of demographic. The sort of people that would make a tweet like this, say it's a deplorable betrayal, and so I guess I sort of got that impression of what the Ace Attorney community currently is. Because I see people ship Edgeworth with Phoenix all the time, and I don't really care. I suppose I've just sort of accepted that's just how things are. It's the world that we currently live in, as edgy as that sounds. But yeah, although to be fair, I can sort of see where he's coming from when he said it's a deplorable betrayal of your fans. Because for those who haven't seen the show, Phoenix, I sort of made him a bumbling idiot, if you would. A Trump-loving, bumbling idiot. I just made him the most stupidest character, you know, imaginable. and a big part of his character was loving Trump. Now, I didn't intend for this to be a huge political statement or anything. I just sort of did it for the meme, and it was 2015, so man, everyone was fucking dunking on Trump, and they still are. So given that in mind, I can sort of see where that tweet is coming from, but to be fair, it is just a character in a fucking fan fiction sitcom, so it's not a reflection of who the creator is or who the creator should be. I can't stop laughing at this meme. I mean, it's not funny at all in the slightest, but I'm just laughing because of how much it reminds me of my old show and the whole style of it. Just slapping PNGs on stock photos. Like, I'm sorry, I know I already mentioned this, but I'm sorry that it still gets to me in a very nostalgic way. Fuck, dude. Yeah, after Ace Attorney High School, I never really made content like this ever again. Not really. I suppose the closest that you can get is my 2018 Christmas special called How Mixtapian Shot Up Christmas. I can definitely see the similarities between the two in terms of style. The only difference is the Christmas video had voice acting, whereas with Ace Attorney High School, it was just text only, kinda like the game. Ho ho ho, I gotta fuck some hoes. I still remember the scene where Phoenix, he's cross-examining Santa in court. I'm not talking about How Mixtapian Shut Up Christmas, I'm talking about a Christmas special that I did for Ace Attorney High School. And Phoenix, he's sort of going off topic. He's not actually asking him about the case. He's sort of asking him, oh, so how long did you last in bed? Like, imagine seeing that shit in an Ace Attorney game. Hold it! So how long did you last in bed? And then Von Karma would snap his fingers to tell Phoenix to stop badgering the witness. Like that, I want to see that in an Ace Attorney game. I mean, not that Von Karma was the prosecutor in that episode, I'm pretty sure it was young Clavia, but I still want to see that. Actually, I want to talk about the scenes that I like the most in Ace Attorney High School. Now, I don't remember much, because it's honestly been so long since I've watched those videos, but I remember making a fight scene between, what's that blonde faggot's name? Kristoff! It was the fight scene between Kristoff and the big three, Phoenix, Edgeworth, and Apollo. And although it's not as good as the fight scene in How Mixtapian Shut Up Christmas, I still had so much fun making that scene. I mean, with How Mixtapian Shut Up Christmas, man, that scene was like Dragon Ball Z, man. Like, I was flying all over the screen. But, you know, the Ace Attorney High School fight scene, it had its own charm as well. And I think both fight scenes are excellent, even though they're pretty amateur by professional standards. Like, I'm literally moving a PNG back and forth and I'm calling it a fight scene. Actually, that whole style was actually inspired by EagleFan246. He was a Club Penguin YouTuber who's now known as Veliski Bum, or however the fuck you pronounce his name. And similarly to him, I guess I just moved on from that kind of content, as much as it pained me to do so. But, let's see what else scenes that I could remember. You know, I could just bust out the hard drive and go on a binge and rewatch all of my old episodes of Ace Attorney High School, but let's see how much I can remember without doing that. Okay, I don't know about fight scenes, but I do seem to recall a time travel episode, which is pretty interesting. That's a pretty bold move of me. Oh yeah, in the episode where the three boys go on the dark web, watching that episode, you could really tell that I loved those dark web creepypastas, and I still do, even though they're fictional. Oh fuck, the Pokemon Go episode! The episode where Phoenix gets kidnapped by Frank Sarwit. God damn, I really gotta binge watch this shit soon, even though I might cringe through some of it. But you know, I gotta respect my roots, just like the Twitter guy did. Ladder, duh. I fucking love you, man. To my newer mixtapian fans, you guys probably have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, but there's just so much to explain, man. One video isn't enough to cover the legacy of it. I'd have to make 10 videos just to put it into perspective, or I guess retrospective. Fuck, dude. I think 15-year-old me had a lot more soul than my current self, solely because of Ace Attorney High School alone. I know I said Black Ops The Story 2 is the greatest video that I've ever made, and I still do believe that, but I think Ace Attorney High School is legendary too in its own right. Whether or not you think it's better than Black Ops The Story 2, well, hey, that's not really for me to decide. But yeah, I'm in a really good mood, guys. Happy Fag Month, and I'll see you later.